Hi all, welcome back to lecture series on strategic management. This is a second video. In this video, I'll be covering strategic leadership and role of company secretary in the strategic management process. Okay, first one, what is strategic leadership? So here is again a general definition of what is strategic leadership. It is defined as the ability to influence others to voluntarily make day-to-day decisions that enhance the long-term viability of the organization while maintaining its short-term financial stability. This is a definition which is given by W. Glan. So, what exactly it means now? Strategic management, or strategic leadership, sorry. Strategic leader, your leader is here, and there will be thousands of workers in organization, employees, managers, workers, right? Every one of them should work towards common goal. So it is a duty of a strategic leader, okay, who will influence everyone to work day to day, take their day to day decisions. As a manager, what he has to take, as a employee or as a worker, what decision he has to take in his routine. Those decisions should have long-term viability of the organization. Okay. So they should not work. Your team members should not work. Okay, today I have to do this work and close it and pack up and go, right? So always the long-term visibility of a company should be there. But at the same time, there should be short-term financial stability. Okay. So we should not ignore short-term as well as a long-term. So in simple terms, strategic leadership means it is the ability to influence others to work day to day with a view of a long-term objective and also not ignoring a short-term. Okay. Or in other words, in a general meaning, what we can say is it is ability of a strategic leader, right? How well he articulates organization's goal or motive to all other employees, guide them, influence them to work towards achieving the organization's motive and vision. Clear, guys? It is a ability of a manager or a leader. Strategic leadership means it is a ability of a leader who will articulate the strategic vision of the company to all the employees and motivate, guide, and influence them to work towards organization's motive. I hope you guys are very clear with what exactly the strategic leadership is. Now, let's see what is the purpose of strategic leadership. Why do we need strategic leaders in a company? Okay, you you might have seen, right? Companies will run by leaders. Whoever is having influencing capability, they grow as leaders in an organization and they make sure that others also follow the same vision. Others also follow the common goals of the company. Okay, so in detail, if we look into this, strategic leadership is required to determine the firm's purpose or vision. Basic thing, right? Why the firm is established, what is the purpose of the firm, what are the goals, objectives of the firm, everything will be decided by strategic leaders. Everything will be decided by strategic leader. Firm's purpose or vision, all these things will be determined by strategic leader. Moving on, developing a human capital. Why people join few good companies in India? Because they love those leaders. They worship those leaders. J.R.D. Tata, Narayan Murthy, right? So people worship those their leadership skills and they love to work with their companies. Developing human capital. So it attracts new talent because of a leaders and then company will prosper. That way, it increases the productivity of the company. When your leader is a motivational person, he motivates employee to work hard, and then it increases the productivity of the organization. And strategic leader always focus on exploiting and maintaining main strengths. Okay, if you see, right, any person as an individual, if you take it as a you can list out your strength and your weaknesses. Strategic manager always, or a strategic leader always focuses on your strength. The same way companies' strength and weaknesses. Okay, always strategic leader focuses on strength and sorry, focuses on strength and then try to achieve organization goal. Strategic leaders, another purpose is to emphasize ethical practices within an organization. So they are the one who drive the ethical practices within the organization. Like a leader his followers, right? So ethical practices will be initiated and importance will be given by strategic leaders in an organization. And to have some balanced organization control. So there will be a better organization structure, approval hierarchies, and then proper review mechanism. All those things will be set by strategic leaders in organization. So in that way, strategic leadership is very critical for organization success. And entire company's culture, organization culture. We will discuss what exactly the organization culture in the later videos. So organization culture, how organization respond to a situation. So this effective organization culture is a result of strategic leadership. If your leader is good, if your leader is empathic to your employees, external world and others, the same culture will be there in the entire organization. If your leader is following ethical practices, whole organization follows ethical practices. So these all are the purpose why we need strategic leader. Simple, to set up the firm's vision and purpose, developing human capital, increasing productivity, exploiting and maintaining main strengths of employees and organization, emphasizing ethical practices, establishing balanced organizational controls, and sustaining an effective organizational culture. Let's see what are the functions of a strategic leader or a role of a strategic leader in a strategic management. He is a navigator. As a navigator, what he does is he leverages all opportunities in the market, how company can grow and other things, and he will resolve all the obstacles which come on the way to achieve the organization's objective. So he is a navigator. He will be playing a different role. Let's see one by one, right? The first one, he is a navigator. He will take you through all the opportunities in the market and resolves all the issues which will fall under his way, on his way. He is a strategist. What is strategist? Strategy, first thing is strategy is a course of action. Strategist, the person who develops the strategic action, right? Action plans, course of action. So strategic leader is the one who develops long range course of action, how company is here today, and how it will be tomorrow. This entire path and the course of action to achieve the goal will be given by strategic leader. So he plays a role of strategist. Entrepreneur. In any organization, there is a owner and then there is a strategic management team, that is the strategic leaders, and then other employees. Okay, though he is not a owner, strategic leader, but he has to run business like a owner. Owner here is just invest the amount as a common shareholder, but business will be run by strategic leaders. So strategic leader should act like an entrepreneur and identify opportunities in the marketplace and then exploit it. Take the opportunities and make revenue and make company to grow big. So now the third one is an entrepreneur also. He plays a role of entrepreneur. Fourth one, mobilizer. See, in any organization, there are multiple people are involved, many stakeholders are involved, and as a mobilizer, he has to build and align with every stakeholder, and he has to exploit what are the capabilities of each and every resources. There is a leader here, along with his suppliers are there, customers are there, owners are there, employees are there. So he has to maintain relationship with everyone and also exploit or take all the capabilities and the resources from these people, these stakeholders. So he is a coordinator for entire stakeholders of an organization. Talent advocate. Leaders will always attract people, right? So, as I said earlier, why people join big organizations? It is because they love those leaders. That's why every strategic leader influences, attracts, develops, and helps in retaining the talent in an organization. So people will see the leader and then they stay in the organization. First, they join in the organization, then they try to grow like him, and then they stay in the organization. As a talent advocate, he helps to have better human resources or a quality human resources in the organization. So he is a talent advocate role. He plays a talent advocate role. Captivator, all good terms what we are saying here. Navigator, mobilizer, captivator. So what is captivator does? Captivator make everyone to work towards common goal with a passion. He builds the passion, he attracts everyone and make sure that everybody works towards common goal of the organization. Global thinker. Strategic leader should not focus only on a local matters of business within his organization and everything. So he should take informed decisions by taking all the factors what is happening across the globe. And then he is a change driver. Organizations will always grow. Okay. One day they will be in product A. After that, they will be adding product B. They may add new service also. Whatever changes happening in the organization, he is the one who drives those changes, change driver. Otherwise, people will miss it up. So he is the one who manages the entire changes, whatever happens in the organization, and ensure that everybody embraces these changes. He is an enterprise guardian. We know in a company's environment, shareholders are spread across the globe. They just invest the money, though they call it as a owner, but they don't work here. Your strategic leader is a guardian for it. He is the guardian for the entire enterprise. And his job is to create value for value creation or a wealth creation for all the shareholders. So, as an enterprise guardian, his job is to ensure every shareholder's value is created, like the wealth of a shareholders are increased. Okay, guys, these are the different roles which is played by strategic leader, navigator, strategist, navigator, strategist, entrepreneur, mobilizer, talent advocate, captivator, global thinker, change driver, enterprise guardian. Students, please remember that when you write these words, don't forget to add these wordings in your answers. In any examination, these wordings are very, very critical. If these are not there, then your answer will be a more general statement. So that's why I selected role name and what are the core functions under that. Okay, remember the role name as well as these core functions. These wordings should be part of your answer if they ask what are the roles of a strategic leader in an organization. Hope you guys are clear with the roles of strategic leader. Let's move. In strategic management, what is the role of company secretary? Generally, it is a feeling that company secretary acts like a record keeper of a meetings and follow-ups, and then compliances with uh, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, SEBI, and other things. Not really. That is a one part of a company secretary's role. But apart from that, in a strategic management, being a key management professional, company secretary plays other different roles. First one is advisory roles. On many matters of organization or organization's objectives, goals, or in every aspect of a strategic management, role of company secretary is they play a role of advisory. They are advisors to a management, board of directors and others on a goals, objectives, or all other strategy setting processes. They play the role of advisory. And once the strategy is set up, communication with all the stakeholders, ensuring that the things are in right direction is a responsibility of a company secretary. Further, which one is more critical from the role perspective, it is a flawless disclosure and reporting. Complete reporting of what is decision taken and how we are progressing. The entire disclosure and reporting is a role of company secretary, followed by management of all the board meetings and committees and tracking whether the company is performing as per the agenda or as per the MOMs of board meetings. And another bread and butter of a company secretary ensure that company is following all the compliances required for a new initiatives or existing initiatives. And finally, the last one, he represents the company in many discussions with respect to a corporate governance, with respect to a CSR, with respect to ethical practices, everything. So these are the roles of company secretary in strategic management.